This week on the show, we're going to be heading north. Not to the far north, but to the near north. We're going to be heading to a state that's famous for everybody's favorite bottom-feeding sea creature, the blue crab. They're also famous for being home to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., which ironically is also full of bottom-feeding sea creatures. So this week, come along with us to a magical land called Maryland. Maryland. We're going to Maryland. You should come. It's going to be fun.
Well, it don't matter where you go, dear. You can get some scuba gear. We're coming after you. Especially you does.
I just smoked a pretty short big doe. That is a freaking giant deer, man.
Looky there, boys. Oh my gosh, look at that bug.
Well, I'm mean as gravel, I'm poor as dirt. And I like things better the way they were. Well, I'm strong in the head, but I get things done. I spend too much money to have a little fun. Come on. I ain't changing, I'm a stubborn man. So can you love me like I am? Can you love me, baby, like I am? Yeah.
I've got a long history with Maryland. I absolutely love the state of Maryland. I love the people in Maryland. I've been going there since college. I met my buddy Chad Day while playing college lacrosse, and Chad and I became friends really quick on the team because we were the only hunters that I knew of even at the college. We used to take the cameras from our college and film each other on the hunts for college credits.
When she calls, I always see her lose my
Yeah, baby, that's a big buck.
That is a stud right there, baby.
A lot of people don't know that Red Arrow, while conceived in Virginia during the time I was at Lynchburg College, was actually born up in Maryland. We were actually sitting in the basement of Chad's dad's house watching Monster Buck's VHS tapes after a successful hunt, and we had two bloody red arrows leaning up against the wall, and I just said, that right there is the ultimate symbol of success for a bow hunter. And Chad said, what? And I said, a red arrow. And boom, there came the name for the show. Chad's got a new farm now, and he's been managing this piece of ground for the last few years with Antler King food plots, Antler King supplemental feeding products. He's also been doing his favorite form of management and mine, which is whacking and stacking a bunch of does. You know, you don't typically think of Maryland as a big buck state, but just like my home state of Virginia, if you find the right spot and you put in the right management program and the right food for the deer, you can grow big bucks. And Chad is no stranger to killing big bucks. So it's pretty obvious that I'm excited this week to go back and see my old buddy Chad and chase some of these giant deer up in Maryland with him.
What this?
It's a bow.
No, this bow, what this?
It's a Hoyt RX-4. It'll shoot an arrow over 340 feet a second.
Kill mammoth?
I guess.
Look, Carol Baskins.
Hey, man. With Caldwell's new EMAX Shadows, you only hear what you want to hear.
Hey babe, don't forget tonight we have dinner with Liz and Shy, and then tomorrow we've got that, but I know you'd rather not do that, so I put 200 rounds of ammo in your truck for you and your friends to go have a good time at the range. Sunday night, your dad asked if you could do the gun. You and your buddies should go to the range, then go camping like you wanted to. I went to the store today and bought all the bacon they had, and I'll be here cooking it in nothing but my apron.
Sounds great. Love you too, honey.
Buck Knives, choose your character. Boogalooian, The Fisherman, Paw Paw, Westy, The Redneck.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Social distancing. Social distancing? Yep, social distancing. I'm watching my deer's every move while keeping my distance using the Spartan GoCam and mobile app. Why? What are you doing? Just going on a toilet paper run.
As a lumberjack, I love three things: the feel of a good axe handle, of course my companion Sally, Easy Sally, and a crackling fire made out of the finest hardwood. More hot sticks, Sally. Sally! Dost thou sitteth on the cold damp ground like a peasant whilst pondering nature's many queries? What'd he call me? Protect your royal backside with Thermoset. Thermoset. Sit like a king, hunt like a king.
Hey, for more Red Arrow content after the show, go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, as well as check out all our other social media to win cool prizes from Caldwell.
Red Arrow is brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious. Get Hoyt. Realtree. Family, friends, and the outdoors. Antler King. Bigger bucks, healthier deer. Caldwell. Eliminate the variables that make you miss. ARE. Outfit for life. And Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts.
Well, out here sighting the bow in, I switched setups completely. Of course, the night before the hunt, you know. But we're out here trying to get her dialed at 40 and 50. But we're gonna be doing some tree stand hunting in Maryland, so hopefully all my shots will be within 30 yards or less. Right in there touching. Ready to go to Maryland.
Love you too.
All right, the girls are gone. Let's party.
The girls headed off to school, and my son Cade helped me load the truck so I could get up to Maryland and start hunting.
Well, we finally got all the weapons and bows and blowguns and throwing axes and rifles and pistols and boats and rangers tied down and loaded down in the truck, and we're heading north to my buddy Chad's house. We're gonna be hunting in Maryland for about a week, and we're gonna be hunting some really nice bucks. I mean, he's got some big deer on his property. Conditions are gonna be it's gonna be hot. We'll just have to see how these deer move during daylight hours, but that's always a struggle. We're gonna be in the stand this evening. It'd be nice to just go ahead and kill a big buck in the first couple minutes of the hunt so we can help Chad out with his doe problem.
All kind of vehicles, man. I laughed my butt off when I saw that thing coming in. I said, look, he's got a bow tied to the top of the truck.
We rolled into Chad's in just enough time to get out in the woods for that evening's hunt.
We're settled in the blind. We're only a couple hundred yards away from Chad's house, but this is the spot where I've got my Spartan camera, where we've been seeing so many good bucks. I mean, it's a goofy looking little spot because it's just in a little thicket and there's only a 20-yard shot right here, but this is where they're coming, so this is where we're hunting. So with any luck, old big non-typical will come in. We'll sit tight and see what happens.
Well, it didn't take long for the deer to start moving down in this little laurel thicket. This is not the prettiest place to film out of. You can't see a long way, but it's where the deer want to be. It's where we've got all the trail camera pictures of big bucks consistently. We're just hoping one of those big bucks shows up tonight. We watched this same button buck all evening. I gotta be honest, it got a little boring. Of course, as soon as it got too dark to shoot, this big old bruiser steps out. This is the 10 point that we had gotten pictures of. We were hoping to kill either this deer or the big non-typical. Couldn't even shoot him if I wanted to, man. Couldn't even tell he was a buck unless I put my binoculars on him. Too dark. Well, while I was digging in my backpack looking for my night vision goggles and praying to Jesus to make the sun come back up for about 30 more seconds, Chad was having some last light action of his own. Just a quick public service announcement to all does. Don't stand broadside and make eye contact with Chad Day, or you'll get shot.
Just smoked a pretty sure big doe. It's my first deer of the 2019-2020 hunting season. That was stressful there for a minute. Maybe text Kip and tell him, get him back here and start looking for this thing.
Once we got the text that Chad had been successful, we met back up at the house so we could go track this deer.
All right, man, I'm following you. We gonna get this doe? Yeah, let's go get her. All right.
It's a little dusty out there.
Way to smack you a doe there, Carol. That's the old magic triangle area right there. You put it right there. I told you, I felt like I drilled her. You definitely felt like you did, and you did. Wow. Sweet, man. Yeah, I was happy about that. Oh, yeah.
On any hunt, it's always good to shoot a warm-up doe on the first night. Now that Chad has broke the seal, hopefully I'm up next.
That was one heck of a spray. Is it all over my face?
Sorry, Chad, but it's just not hunting season until you get a face full of doe blood.
After 20 years and only 50 billion taxpayer dollars, we finally came up with the first invisibility suit.
I could have saved y'all $49,999,999,800. See, this is me last hunting season.
Impossible.
What kind of ammo is that?
I shoot Fusion from Federal Premium Ammunition. From primer to projectile, virtually every component is optimized for use in modern sporting rifles and peak ballistic performance through short barrels.
Can I try some of that?
Whoa, and I hit the target this time.
Hey, neighbor, what are you doing?
Just going to the bank.
Aren't you worried about all that money back there?
No, I'm putting it in the bed of my truck. Should be fine.
Oh yeah, should be fine. You wouldn't do that to your hard-earned money, so why do it to the stuff you spend your hard-earned money on? I protect my gear with ARE truck caps and accessories. ARE, outfit for life. Look at this fool. Are the arrows from Serious Archery the hardest hitting, most accurate arrows you can find? Is my cameraman a cross-eyed ginger Viking that still gets everything in focus despite all the laws of science and probability? You bet your sweet ass they are. All right, everybody knows what to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. With Wheeler's full line of tools for the modern sporting rifle, the options for your custom build are endless. But remember, just because you can build it doesn't always mean you should. Don't be this guy. Wheeler Engineering, build responsibly.
Closed captioning provided by the Brotherhood of the Bone Collector. Superior accuracy, unmatched reliability. Red Arrow weapons may be the greatest.
Whoa. Take it easy on the oversell. We get it. They're awesome.
Sorry, I got excited. Order yours now at redarrowweapons.com.
Chad's got this one peninsula of land that holds a lot of good deer. The problem is you can't get to the deer without spooking them unless you go by boat. So I get to thinking of how cool it's gonna look when I pack out this big buck on the kayak, just like the guys on TV. This hunt is gonna be legendary.
All right, cool. Now there's that blue strap on top of that. That's a freaking deer hunting rig right there, boys. No, it don't matter where you go, deer. You can get some scuba gear. We're coming after you. Especially you does. Land, sea, air. Doesn't matter. We're coming for you. We're coming to a thicket near you. We're gonna put an arrow through your heart.
This plan's coming together. I kind of feel like a redneck Navy SEAL with limited weaponry and no proper training. Now to y'all, I might just look like a guy in full camo paddling a kayak up a creek, but keep in mind, in my head, Kenny Loggins is singing Danger Zone, and I'm thinking about how many magazine covers I'm gonna be on. These deer think they can run from the hunters, but little do they know they've got 3 hours of epic slow-mo footage and a perfect plan. Well, that sucked. We didn't see a single deer. In fact, we didn't even see but one squirrel, and he gave us the finger. Sometimes when you try to do epic things for TV purposes, you're reminded of the reality that you have little to no control over the movements of a wild animal. Anybody who's hunted any length of time knows you're gonna have plenty of evenings like this. So it looks like we're gonna go back to the original plan. I mean, she may be ugly, but at least she's reliable.
We're out here scouting a couple spots, and Chad's put out corn and they've cleaned it all up. So we're gonna put a little tracking fuel out on this spot. But then the only problem we got is we got about 5 spots. We gotta decide which one we can't hunt but 2. So.
Based on those pictures, it looks like they originate from some thicket in here. They show up at that first. They make their way to that corner, and then they finish in the morning over here, and then they're trickling back to their bed.
Yep. As far as percentages of killing a big buck are concerned, that's probably
your highest right now, yeah. Well, in my experience, a plan is just a list of things that don't happen, but we've got a plan. We're gonna hunt the ground blind tonight. Now it's not an exciting hunt, but you're sitting there staring at a 20-yard lane where he's gonna walk through, but it's the highest probability, so that's where we're going tonight. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. 63 times I stopped on the way to the stand to get gas. 42 of those times I had a chili dog with onions. Just basically lazy with my scent control. Do you have scent crusher products, my son? Of course I got one. Oh, then you're fine. What are you doing here? There's a cold front coming. Get out there. What's the last thing you want to see before you start blood showing? This? Or this? Loom knot. Light them up.
Man, these walk-on targets sure do stop arrows good. Makes you wonder what else they could stop in this world. Like homelessness, the coronavirus, or socialism.
So listen, Kyle, we just need to give socialism a chance.
At least they stop arrows real good.
Antler King makes the best food plot products. You get the highest protein and the most tonnage.
My trophy clover lasted 6 years.
That's because it's 100% perennial clover and chicory.
No mixed in annuals.
Like others.
Antler King seed needs less seed to soil contact.
And they grow deeper roots.
So it's more cold tolerant.
And needs less moisture.
Most important, deer love Antler King food plots.
Antler King.
Bigger bucks.
Healthier deer.
Red Arrow is brought to you by Spartan Camera, Polaris, Scent Crusher, Buck Knives, Bomar Archery, Spot Hog, SKB, Vortex Optics, Sirius Archery, Spartan Mowers, Hardy Face Paint, and Hunter's Cloak.
We're back out here in the same blind we hunted the first evening. but man, it's hot. So we're gonna have to sweat it out in this blind. It's not gonna be a real visually exciting hunt. We're gonna stick it out because, I mean, this is the spot out of all the spots that the big bucks are coming close to daylight, and they're still not coming out in the daylight. But all they have to do is come out 10 minutes earlier tonight, and we can have a shot at a good buck. It's gonna be fast. In other words, the deer's gonna step out and I'll shoot it. We had two little fawns come in. Look like they just lost their spots, little teeny deer.
With about an hour left of light, a young buck steps out in the trail, and behind him is the biggest buck on the property.
Big buck, big buck. I just shot the biggest buck on the whole place. That happened fast, man. Whew. I'm like in shock right now. I know I smoked him, but we're still gonna back out and give him plenty of time. That is a freaking giant deer, man.
We headed back to the house to kill some time because I knew I smoked this deer, but I wanted to wait to recover it with Chad when he got back.
Boom. Yeah, he's done. That's about as perfect of a 10-ring shot as you can put on one.
Come on.
What'd y'all see?
Come on.
I smoked him, dude. I smoked him.
Yes!
Yeah.
Woo!
You heard him crash.
Oh!
I had to show you this.
Oh my God.
This is why Chad is my boy. Look at how excited he is. You would have thought he killed this deer.
There's my arrow. Pretty red and got blood all over it. Smells like a heart shot to me. He's definitely going this way. Yeah, there's blood. Here's blood on the side of this tree. Looky there, boys. Look at the size of that deer, man. Oh my God. He didn't go, I mean, smoked him down, son. Woo!
Y'all gotta understand, this old buck was like a ghost. We had almost no daylight trail camera pictures of this deer. So to get a shot at him was an opportunity that we were all really excited about.
Give me a hug, man. Give me a hug, man. I appreciate you. That's an unbelievable deer, man.
Awesome buck.
What a privilege, what an opportunity, man. What a blessing from God, really. Y'all have to understand this deer is special for a whole lot of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is Maryland is one of my all-time favorite places to bow hunt. And me and Chad are OG bow hunting buddies. From back in the early days of Red Arrow, we started the whole Red Arrow deal together. And hunting up here was always such a cool thing. Thank you, buddy. Give me a hug, man. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. What an opportunity, dude. That's the definition of a good hunting buddy and a better friend right there. He knew he had this buck, and he let me hunt the darn blind. Son of a gun.
In the kill spot.
You know, I look back at the times when me and Chad started hunting together, and you think, man, I miss the good old days. But what this hunt reminded me of is we're really always living in the good old days when we look back. So we got to appreciate hunts like this for sure. And to kill a buck of this caliber and to be able to bring it back to Chad's family, to be able to enjoy it together, to see his hard work pay off. I mean, this is what deer hunting's all about.
I've always said, you give that to a PETA member and turn them into a cold-blooded killer.
I can't wait to get back up to Maryland.